Hello, hello, hello. Well, today's one of those double edged sword days. One of those days where you got a lot of stuff to talk about and to do, but it's also one of the darker anniversary days in United States for the last, I don't know, 100 years at minimum. It is September 11th, 2024, 23 years ago. The one of the few terrorist attacks ever to happen in the United States occurred. Also, subsequently, it is my brother Nathan's birthday. Nathan is a great guy. He was a great kid when that happened, and he was heartbroken to find out that that happened on his birthday when he woke up, and was saddened for many years, as he was just a wee babe when it occurred. So, um, what's going on, lady? So it is one of those days where it's tough to get hype and excited, but I have to do my job, so I at least have to come across positive to a degree. Hello, Governor. What's up, Scoops? Today we were supposed to have two brand new items to show you. What's going on, Chef? Unfortunately, some of the art for the project still hasn't arrived. And that means we only have one project for you. It is not the art project, it is the graded comic project, signed, certified, and delivered. This one is a bit of a doozy. The giveaway is monstrous. There are some signatures we haven't seen yet. Some we have, but in a graded form. So there is a plethora of things for 9-8 Sig Series collectors. There's one CBCS book in the run, and the giveaway is CBCS. So it's not 100% CGC, it's 90% CGC. They're cool though. So I am going to number those. Then we're going to talk a little bit about foosball because, you know, the foosball happened. A lot of foosball happened. And what else we got to talk about, Jimmy? And that's it. Potentially a very short stream, quick day. Let's get started with not foosball. Let's get started with signed, certified, and delivered. And this camera is a little off. A little off. There we go. Hey, Elbow, love you, man. All right. 7 from the bottom. All right, Hellbolt, we're going to go with that. We are going to go with that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Drink extra water. What's up, Carlos? And almost done. 10 of 10, got it right. Don't recommend the flu. I never recommend the flu. That is a no-no. I don't ever recommend the flu. 10 out of 10 would not do again. Boop. Scoobs, you can absolutely buy them all. You would get a bangin' giveaway. And I'll talk more about that once we get the randoming done. Number 3 is in the middle here. And that. And then we'll do this. A little of that. Some of this. Oh, adds just a little pop of color. I always want to say Kirkman. It's Kirkham. What up, Dangle? Nope, Chef, haven't done the giveaway. We will be doing that when more of them sell out. Actually, we're going to be adding additional packs, too, for flavor. 118 days till Japan. Get it. Ooh, get it, Scoobs. I like good news. Uno. Fiver. There you go. Get that dog. You gonna get that dog? Get that dog. All right, so Invincible number 1. Whatnot Virgin variant cover signed by Tyler Kirkham. Invincible, when it came out, was not a heavily printed issue. It was very violent. And a lot of people missed the first one. The first one goes for a small fortune in a 9.8, especially signed. So most of the copies that are out there are now the re-releases of the number 1. This is one of those right there. It is the Whatnot Virgin variant signed by the man. And we have some pretty big names. One repeat that you saw pulled from the last run that was really good, so we put it back into this run. It's the Jonathan Ballerjack, signed by Jim Starlin. Thanos, numero uno. How about a Walt Simonson 9.8? Deadpool 45 Mexican foil. That's signed by Scotty Young, Jerry Dugan. And because it's foil, that gold is actually gold. It pops. It's nice. Ryan Stegman, known for his 2-color covers and negative space covers. No big deal. It's just a Ross. Alex Ross, signed 9/8. But don't worry if you missed that Alex Ross, signed 9/8. Because we have 2 Alex Ross, signed 9/8. Not 1, 2. 20% of the run is Alex Ross 9/8. .20% of the run features our dear friend Scotty Young. Now, you've seen this in the non-graded version. There it is, graded. There are no Spawn fans here, so I will not bother showing the Spawn. But here is another one of the Gist signed MegaCon Trinity Comics exclusives. Now, these were limited edition. They do not have the card in there to say what number they were, but you can actually look them up. Yeah, there's no point. So this one's actually kind of fun. This is a Mexican foil variant, so it has quite a bit of shine to it. It's shiny! And it has a repro of the sketch cover on the back, what I thought it was cool. I dig it. Ken Steacy, the colorist, as this one. Not a lot of his stuff out there signed. Just saying. Usually Todd signs these, but this one's got the colorist, who obviously did a banger job on that book. There's also a Kiss book back there by our dear friend Stuart Sager, but you know how I feel about Kiss. Dangle's like, yep, definitely a waste of time showing that Spawn. We have no Spawn fans. I know. That's why I didn't really do it for so long. Football happened. I got to spend Sunday hanging out with the boys for a little while at least. I got to hang at B-Dubs in Simi Valley. I was there with Mr. Steven, my dear friend. I was there with Mr. Doug, and we watched some Buffalo Bills football. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. They had me at the first half. I was ready to start heavily drinking by 11:25 a.m. because of how bad the first half went. And then it dawned on me. Most of these guys were either injured or not playing at all in the preseason, so they had to get their entire preseason jitters out in the first half. And if there's one thing you can say about Buffalo, it's they're a second half team. and they made the adjustment at halftime that we can put up points when needed. Carlos is like, you're not alone. I had the tequila bottle on ice ready. They did not look as bad as the Carolina Panthers did. Oh, baby. Was that a train wreck? Either New Orleans is going to have the greatest offense since the greatest show on turf, or the Panthers are picking number 1 overall again. And spoilers, they're going to need to trade that pick away because they don't need another quarterback, or do they? Bryce may not be the guy. Sorry, Mr. Young, I don't think Bryce is the guy. Fields had a Fields day. No interceptions, no touchdowns, but he managed the game and got them a W in the Berg. He did good enough to warrant another start this Sunday. I dig it. I'm holding him in one of my leagues, waiting for a payout. Yeah, it was good. It was a good week of football. There was a lot to see. I found out the Simi Valley B-Dubs has never had anybody beat their wing challenge, which is an order of wings with their hottest sauce. That you have to eat it in 10 minutes. I was like, 10 minutes? Challenge me. I'll do it in 5. I didn't do it, unfortunately, although I could. I was like, what is it, ghost pepper? They're like, yeah, it's a ghost pepper sauce. I'm like, I'm not worried about ghost pepper sauce. I'm not. Habanero is where I start to feel heat. Ghost, I'm good. Don't get me wrong, I don't eat raw ghost peppers because I'm not stupid. But ghost peppers in a sauce, I've had it before. I've done it before. It sucks, but you can get through it. It's not Pepper X. It's not any of those other ones. So I debated on doing it, and then I remembered because of my medication, food sits in my stomach longer than it normally would, and that's an ulcer waiting to happen. So I decided not to get an ulcer. What's up, Limit Zero? Ghost is hotter than habanero, but I'm just saying I have to go to habanero just to start feeling heat. Anything below habanero is not hot at all. I go to habanero just to get a tingle in my mouth. Frank's is, cayenne pepper. Frank's, that's ketchup. Growing up in Buffalo, you get used to everything being super hot. Yeah, ghosts I've done. When I was working at the cider mill, and hanging out with our crafter, our master cider maker, he grew all of the hottest peppers up until Pepper X, because Pepper X didn't exist yet. Yeah, it's going out. So he used to have like chocolate reapers, regular reapers, Jamaican, the scorpions, the Jamaican stingers, the scorpion peppers, you name it, he had it. And we would take all of these peppers and we would cut little toothpick slices and we would eat them. Or we would mix them in honey, boil them at 180 degrees for 10 minutes and make ghost honey out of them. And then slather that 300 to 400 Scoville, 100,000 Scoville honey on crackers and just pop them in our mouth throughout the day. That's what we did. So I was tempted, and Doug and Steven were goading me. But then I was like, yeah, if it's sitting in my stomach for 5 hours, I will get an ulcer. So if I wasn't taking my medication, I'd be all in. I've done the challenges at other places in Florida, in Pennsylvania, in Indiana. I have quite a few t-shirts from different establishments. They're like, oh, these are our hottest things. And I'm like, give them to me. I don't even need a drink. Just give them to me. Right, Jimmy? Yep. But I can't do it now. Would have loved to flex on my homies, but wasn't in the cards. So if anybody wants a t-shirt and be the first person to ever complete the challenge at a Buffalo Wild Wings, the Simi Valley's never had anybody that's done it. As a matter of fact, as a company, only about 12,000 people have done it. Now, the wings aren't free, you gotta pay for them, but you do get a t-shirt. So if you got like collecting t-shirts, that is a spot to go to B-Dubs, ask about the challenge, and have at it. Limit Zero, I was lurking this weekend while you were making a game. I can tell you are instantly smarter than I am, because just looking at the interface, I was like, that's a hard nope. I am not smart enough to understand that. I don't care how much of it's cut and paste. That's a no. I don't even have the keyboard memorized. That's right. I still hunt and peck at 35 words per minute. I was in that in-between age when keyboarding wasn't necessary. He was just coding? Yeah, I don't know how to code. I don't know any of that. I'm a dumb guy. It's all good. Absolutely, Scoobs. Always. Get that dog. Hellboat's like, I'm awful typer, but I type novels in minutes. James types faster than I do.
Just like how I do way faster.
Yeah, you do everything better than me, buddy. You're better than me. Did you show everybody your haircut? Even though it's all messy? He had picture day today, so we went out and got him a fresh cut.
Yeah.
Did you get marker on your face?
Yeah, I did.
How'd you get marker on your face?
Because I was drunk.
Because you were drawing? Okay, that's a good reason. Love that kid. Hellbolt says konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa.
Jimmy says you're looking stylish, and Lady says you're handsome.
I think I rizzed all the girls.
You riz, yep, that's right, you're the
They're
Rizzler.
mine now.
Yep, they're all yours, all of them. Look out, husbands, Jimmy's got the girls.
What?
Love that kid. Chef says you're looking good. Yeah, Scoobs, the government, everything takes a long time. No offense, Councilman Chef. Councilman Chef, who is also in the military, knows that, yes, anything that has to do with the government takes time. That's why he is now a public servant, so that he can try to speed everything up for everybody. Limit Zero says, your haircut is snazzy, homie.
Who the heck is Limit Zero?
We've gone over this.
He's new?
Yes.
So tell him everything all about me.
No, it's not about you. You just get to cameo.
Who likes a Slipknot?
Jimmy's on a Slipknot kick. It's not government? Well, then it's even slower. Shipping. There are only 2 people's orders that did not ship today. Scuba, yours is one of them, because I actually have to get something custom for the Miracle on Ice, because it's so big it doesn't fit anything we have in the studio. I was hoping it would fit our biggest box. It doesn't. So I'm going to have to go out and buy a box, probably so that I don't fold it, so that I can just keep it flat, stuff that in there. And it is going to ship separately from your helmet. So be aware that you are going to have 2 packages. One for your helmets, and your ornament, and then a separate one for the Miracle on Ice. Because I thought it was going to fit in our 18 by 14 by 6, and it does not. It is larger than 18. The only other one that didn't send is Carlos. I have to find a box for yours as well because it is larger than our largest box. And I already destroyed the original box it came in because it was too big. So I'll be going shopping tomorrow and it'll be out. Limit Zero says, love me some Slipknot. Oh, you're best friends now.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
You can't see California without Marlon Brothers, Bantos Eyes, but also one of my favorites. I love Joey Jordanson. Rest in peace. He lived a good life. I don't know why Corey Taylor is left, but I think we're now going to be friends since you're a Slipknot fan.
Hellbolt went to Metallica 2 weeks ago. Did I show you the pictures?
No.
Oh, maybe you should be a good boy and I'll show them to you.
Really?
What kind of material is it? Thrash metal. Dangle says, all right, I'm back. U.S. Navy leapfrogs were practicing right above my head. I posted a couple of pictures on the Discord. Oh, leapfrogs, they're awesome. It's our version of the airborne. Oh my goodness, Carlos, I just read about the missus. Tell Mrs. Carlos that is horrifying. I am very sorry that happened. Please tell me it wasn't a bagel. I've never been to a Metallica concert either, so...
I'm jealous.
All right, let me get to the... Oh, they're jumping out of a Yui. Nice. I like it. Those are the goods. Jimmy has a drum kit. It's at home. It's just not here. Bread knife, right hand. So it wasn't a bagel. The most common palm injury, believe it or not, is cutting bagels, which is why they invented bagel slicers. Because people hold the bagel and cut through it too far, typically with a bread knife. And then for the thumb, it's actually table saws.
Why? Because
Thanks, Scoops. People not using push sticks that you learn about in shop. Well, first of all, they don't have shop class anymore, which is a tragedy. I learned to use a nice push stick in my shop class. And I have both of my thumbs. I know we've seen it, baby. Listen, honey.
Please.
Oh my God. This is Jimmy's artistic rendition of what Slipknot looks like on stage, bird's eye view in Lego. Never took a shop class, but the shop teacher was me missing like 3 fingers. Yeah, it's about right. We had to take shop. I was in high school in the 90s, in the mid 90s. And we had in New York to take shop class and home economics. We had to take both, guys and girls. There was no longer guys go to shop, girls go to home ec. It was everybody goes to both. And I loved both. Because shop class made me feel like I could accomplish things, which, spoilers, it's all false hope. It's all a lie. I really can't accomplish anything anymore. I peaked in high school. And home ec, I got to eat my mistakes. So sometimes there'd just be a little bit too much sugar in the cookies, or a little bit too much chocolate chips, or my bread just didn't rise good enough, and it might have been on purpose so that I could eat the mistakes, as opposed to sharing the mistakes. I also volunteered to eat other people's mistakes. I've just been handed this important bulletin. Jimmy Slipknot. Okay, Jimmy, I gotta work now, buddy. You're done. Yeah, he does cool stuff. He's a good kid. But yeah, we had to do both. We did have... All right, Carlos, love you, buddy. Tell the missus, give her a hug for me. I know it won't mean much, but tell her it's from DC. He wants her to feel better. Graduated 99 in San Diego. Well, it's San Diego. You guys just had to sit back and learn how to catch those tasty waves and sit in the sun and not get burned. You gotta rub them toes through the sand and have some tacos. It's surfing and skateboarding, exactly. AKA music class. Ska music. Oh, I love it. Oh, Hellbolt, it's because you're a baby. Jimmy, enough. Everything you do is great. Nothing you do is bad. Except for bother me when I work. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ven aquí. Mira. Ven aquí, por favor. Ven aquí.
So what do you think of...
You are loved. Hey, look at me. Come here. Come here. You are loved. Come here. Ven aquí. You are loved. You are going to get lots of attention, but I have to work now. Okay. Dangle says, yeah, we have a National Guard base here, pretty close to the Hanford nuclear site. Fun fact, Doolittle Raiders trained here before bombing Japan. Oh, I don't know if that's a fun fact, but it's definitely a fact. It's an interesting fact. The death of a few 100,000 people, I don't know if that's fun, even if we were on the non-receiving end. I would just chalk that up as interesting. But that's me. I'm a little different. Speaking of a little different, anybody watch Manningcast? God, I love those guys. I gotta respond to Carlos. His thing, yes. No. Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, sure. It's a miracle. Yeah, they did attack first. It is true. It is valid. You watch the Cornhuskers and the Denver Broncos be the Broncos. Yeah. Hey, listen. At least they're not the Michigan Wolverines. Yikes. That was something. Oh, you're welcome, Scoops. I love you, brother. I watched the debate too. We do not talk politics on this channel. But I did watch the debate. I have an opinion that's not political. That is more strategery. I think, and again, I'm not trying to get political. I think
Yeah,
when
I have no idea what's going on right now.
Exactly. When they swapped out Biden, I think the Republicans should have swapped out too. I think if they had somebody else, it would not have gone the way it did. Again, I'm not trying to play political. I think they would have a commanding lead if they swapped out when the Dems did. Yeah, it it was definitely a thing. Dangle says apparently it makes a big difference when you don't know the other team's signals. You know, so let's talk about Harbaugh. Because obviously the man knew he was cheating. He decided to go to the NFL after cheating so that he wouldn't have to face the consequences of cheating, which is having seasons of complete awfulness because he couldn't cheat. I want to know, for how many years has Michigan been stealing signs? Exactly, Chef. Everyone needs to get out and vote. Everybody needs to vote. Everybody needs to vote. Everybody needs to make sure they're registered. If you've moved, make sure you register. Everybody needs to vote. I'm gonna say, a la Pete Carroll, Dangle says. Yeah, I don't like Pete Carroll. I've never been a Pete Carroll fan. I've voiced openly how much I don't like Pete Carroll at all. I'm a never Carroller. Reggie Bush. I thought they gave it back, Dangle. I'm pretty sure they reinstated Reggie's Heisman. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they in last April. Yep. Yeah, that was reinstated. They reinstated the Heisman. He was that entire team. Why don't I like Pete Carroll? I think he's a smug bum with a punchable face. He's way too smug for his own record. He overthinks every situation. He believes he's the smartest man in the room. And he only thing he's good at is being a coach's or a player's coach. He's good at being buddies with them and managing the players. I don't like him. I like Pete Carroll for the record. Also not mad about Harbaugh. If you're not cheating, you ain't trying. That is something a Patriots fan would say. I don't like Pete Carroll. I like Belichick more than I like Pete Carroll, and I'm a Bills fan. Let that sink in. I would vote Belichick over Carroll for nicest guy, most awesomest person, 99 times out of 100. I can't give him 100 because he's Bill Belichick. I would, just to make it non-unanimous, give one vote to Pete Carroll. Best friend met him this weekend and was like, how you liking retirement? Semi-retirement. Yeah, how do you like being a figurehead and not listened to anymore? Listen, he kept the Russell Wilson secret a secret. That man should get an award just for that. Because the moment Russell Wilson was gone, the entire NFL figured out how much of a herb he was. And now the Broncos were like, oh my God, nobody told us he was like this. How did this not get public? And then the Steelers are now like, oh my God, we're starting Fields. Because this guy is this guy. What's up, Money Mitch? Bill Belichick does have like a 27-year-old girlfriend, yeah. Yeah, it's probably one of the reasons I'd vote for him. All right, good for him. Hey, man, get it. He got divorced and immediately got with a 27-year-old. Sounds like a cool dude. I'm interested to see how his semi-retirement goes. Obviously he's doing more stuff on like Instagram and all of that. They've are paying him to do that. It'll be interesting. Gee, you think, Scoobs? You think she's a gold digger? I don't think she is. I'm pretty certain she is, allegedly. Home and relaxing, man. So now that Jimmy's back in school, I actually have part of a day to myself. And today and yesterday were relaxing days. Monday was a very busy clean the house day. Fossil fuel digger. There you go. Money Mitch is like, that's derogatory. That girl's probably madly in love with that man. Whether or not she has daddy issues has nothing to do with the relationship. So poor Rose is like, I can make some jokes, but none of them are safe. She's clearly a rare element collector. Yeah, what is she, a platinum blonde? Ruby red lips? Sapphire blue eyes? No baseball cards on the site. Correct, we don't do baseball cards. Just think of the ways the Pats got caught cheating. Sure, think of them. Just figure out the joke. Oh, yeah. Oh, I got it. She loves gold. Yeah, got a joke on. That's it. She's there to help with the deflation. Oh, LA Comic-Con is less than a month away. And I just found out on Instagram that my buddy Tommy Wiseau is going to be there. So I absolutely will be going to see Tommy Wiseau. Again, I will absolutely be getting more swag from Mr. Wiseau. Although I feel like I have to go see his movie before I do. Nope, there's no baseball cards at all. None. Zero. Nada. Yeah. Well, so here's the rumor, Limit Zero, and I don't know the truth. So I am going to preface my statement with this is what I heard. This is what I've heard. I don't know if this is true. This is what I've heard. I heard that on a trip over to Russia, someone asked if Vladimir Putin could see his ring. And he obliged, and they just never gave it back. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if people are piling on poor Vlad or not. I don't know. I wasn't there. That's what I heard from the interwebs. Now, I will source my info from multiple different sites. I will source a lot of my information from international sites. I don't necessarily listen to a lot of American media. I do listen to a lot of foreign media. Because a lot of them don't have a dog in a lot of the American fights. So that's just what I heard. Sounds like a Putin thing. Yeah. Oh, I've watched him play hockey. I've watched the goalies dive out of the way of his backhands. Him scoring 7 goals in a game. There's a thing about dictators. There's a thing about dictators, and you can see a pattern. Kim Jong-un and Kim Jong-il all claim to be some of the greatest sports players in the world. Kim Jong-il, the elder Jun. Hey, what's going on, Katie? How you feeling? Used to get 13 hole-in-ones every 18 rounds of golf he played. He used to brag about all of his sports feats, like hot garbage. Well, hey, focus on the hot. Don't think about the garbage. Putin talks about catching fish and hunting bare-chested in Siberia, and how great he is at hockey in those rigged games. Katie's like, that's how I live my life. Hey, got to do it. You'll see people like, who was the other one? Gaddafi. Gaddafi used to claim victories in all these crazy things that he did. One of the emperors of China claimed to have never lost a game of Go, which... if you ever played Go, the learning curve is very big. He did get Gaddafi'd. Gaddafi did get Gaddafi'd. You'd think he would have seen it coming. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rather fall on the ice instead of out of a window. Limit Zero's like, I'd be a terrible dictator. Yeah. There is a false bravado in a lot of dictators, and traditionally through history. That Hitler guy thought he was a really great painter and thought everyone should have one of his paintings. Spoilers!
It's a trap!
Yeah, that's right. That was a trap. He wasn't a terrible painter, but he wasn't great. I know people that are, second-year students that can outpaint Hitler. Yes, we're name-dropping Hitler on this stream all of a sudden. But we're doing it in a funny way. I'm not going to win no matter what. James Bond year 2007. Nice. Yeah. Chef's like, hard to see it coming when 109 Tomahawks came off a submarine. That's right. But yeah, dictators love to lie and embellish the truth and talk about their expertise, and there are a lot of books written on the Pol Pot and Mussolini and the Axis powers, and there's a lot of psychology done on those gentlemen, and they have very common threads of bombastic approaches, lying about their easily provable lies about some of the things that they've done in their lives, and it's a trend. Godwin's Law proven true once again. Watching a lot of WW2 and Hitler documentaries. What they did, all those, well, yeah, I mean, that's awful, Scoobs. Yep, it's bad. It's bad. I'm gonna assume we all know about Kim Jong-un's claims and his father. Yeah. His father was a golf expert. His father didn't go to the bathroom because he processed all of his food 100% in his body and didn't waste any of it. He was born on a mountain, birthed by God. And the tumor on the back of his neck was photoshopped after he died and not part of the reason he died, even though there are photos of the giant tumor on his neck. He was a big Elvis fan. That's why he had the Elvis haircut. Yeah, there's a delusion involved with being a dictator. He absorbed all the food. That's right. I swear to you, one of the claims was that he completely processed all the nutrients of the food he ate and never had to go to the bathroom. Yeah. Yep. The scariest thing is that many looked, oh yeah, that's true. At least Elvis didn't go over there like Rodman. Dennis Rodman, goodness gracious. What an interesting human being. Of all the people that you would pick to be the unofficial ambassador to North Korea, I don't think anybody had Dennis Rodman on their scorecard. That's right. That's it, Saporos. That's why he was full of it. Yeah, there's mental conditioning involved. It's crazy. Saporos, history can be very revisionist. The old saying, history is written by the winners. It has some truth to it. I don't say it's an absolute truth. But there's always going to be revisionist history. That is a fact of life. One of the things that the movie Inglourious Basterds by Quentin Tarantino, even though it is a spoof and a comedic rewrite of history, it actually touched on revisionist history. And one thing I do like about Tarantino is his movies all have points. His movies have purpose. Inglorious Bastards was about revisionist history. And in that revisionist history, he used creative license to revise history. So it was a very meta movie, believe it or not. And it's a movie that a lot of people overlooked. But if you look at the dark humor in that film, and everything in the film is very meta. The actors acting like they're acting German, the fall of the propaganda machine, the revision, the social commentary on revisionist history by making a movie revising history. It's a very intelligent film. I know there's not a lot of Tarantino fans out there, but if you're looking at it from a movie making standpoint, it's not a schlock film. It actually has a lot of meta points once you dive in and kind of understand what he's doing. And his last three films, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, was a very meta film as well, also a very revisionist film. And it's spoofing, it's Hollywood spoofing on Hollywood, spoofing on tragedy. Oh, I'm aware, Scoops. Yeah. So his films have more to them than just dialogue and violence and feet. But he definitely has all three of those. Speaking of movies, anybody see Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? Saburo says dinner time. I smell spaghetti. And Uma Thurman. Yeah, he loves his leading ladies. Nobody saw Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? It had a really strong opening. It had a $100 million opening, so a lot of people saw it. I didn't. I will see it. I'm interested in seeing it. You having dinner with Uma Thurman? That would be cool. I'd pick her brain. She's worked with a lot of interesting talents. Yeah, so Beetlejuice is on. What other movie did you want to see, Jim? Besides Alien Romulus, which you're not seeing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay. All right, it's 7 o'clock. It has been an hour. I'm going to give you a first last call. Money Mitch says Romulus was good.
Oh man.
In a scale to Aliens 1 through 5, what's the gore factor? Slightly disappointed. He's like, oh, ah, ugh. One of those noises. Jimmy has seen. Have you seen the first Aliens?
Yes.
You saw Alien and Aliens, right?
Yeah. Just tell them about what happened.
You saw 1 and 2. Did you see 3?
Yes.
You saw Aliens 3 too?
No, but I didn't see 1.
You didn't see 1. You just saw 2 and 3.
Yes.
Okay, he's seen 2 and 3.
Yeah, but did you tell him the story?
No.
Tell him the story.
Money Mitch says there's some stuff in there that was a bit much. Does it involve face hugging stuff?
Yes, it does. You saw it in the trailer.
Jimmy,
I love it.
Jimmy, is your name Money Mitch?
Yes.
No, it's Jimmy Bean. Oh yeah, it's okay. That's kind of what I figured. I mean, it's all about the face huggers and the population of the OG breakout, right? Is that what it's about? It's a prequel? No? I don't know. Chef says, just slightly disappointed? I think I've had an ex-wife use that before. I'm on my first marriage, but I can tell you I've had a lot of people very disappointed in me. And a couple slightly. The wife asked if Georgia O'Keeffe helped with. I thought for some reason it was a prequel, but it's a follow-up. Okay.
Daddy,
Yes.
now can you tell him?
No. Between 1 and 2. Got it. I don't know if Sigourney could be in it unless they de-aged her, because if it happens between 1 and 2, she would have been very young. Yeah, I was gonna say that would not really be possible. That would be like a Mark Hamill level of de-aging. Probably close in age. Probably he might have her by like 4 years. All right, Sepulros. Oh, wait, he's eating. I'll have to do it myself. Sigourney is 74. Jeez, I didn't realize she was 74. Wow, she's 74? Okay. So she's actually 2 years older. She is 2 years older than Mark Hamill. Wow. Okay. I was completely wrong.
A little bottle of water, a little bottle of water, a little bottle of water.
All right, final last call, everybody. Now, I want to talk about tomorrow while we do final last call. Tomorrow is Thursday. The Buffalo Bills play tomorrow. I have to work while the Buffalo Bills are playing tomorrow. Obviously, I'm going to have the game on my phone while I'm at work tomorrow. I was thinking about doing some giveaways tomorrow. I will. Now, I don't know if anybody likes football. Football card related. That's not Doug, that's me. No sound again?